everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of Thor, issue 4, 2025. Oh, nice ass cover there. Also, Legacy issue number 790, we're close to 800. Seeing Magni take on Ulik. Dude in the background shooting with a laser, it's all looking good. So, we do check in with Asgard in this, and it's a pretty good one here. For it was promised me, he who craves it shall of the feast partake. From the Song of the Sun, Elder Edis of Samund Sigfusson. In Asgard time had also passed. By Odin's grey whiskers, a mighty feat of strength indeed, young Magni. There has been a funeral in which a burning boat had been sent out upon the waters, though there was no body in Asgard's keeping to burn. There had been a wake where toasts were made and tales were told, and each toast and each tale broke each heart anew and each breast. Asgard's king was dead, and now the Golden Realm had the hardest task ahead of it, to live on. For Thor had taught them one thing, it was that life must always go on. And so, after a time that seemed eternal, even in the immortal lives of gods, the Aesir learned to smile again. So you see Magni lifting up Volstagg like that, Vander like, what the hell? We got Hogun just kind of being a little bit dour there. Kind of get it. But let us increase the weight a little, so you may prove yourself anew. Throw me another roast boar, Fandral. Don't throw him another roast boar, Fandral. Bah, the voice of reason thou may be, Hildegard, but the Lion of Asgard never says die, nor diet. Voice of reason? Me? Depressingly, I fear it is a classic dynamic. The fourth of a wacky foursome is often the moderating influence to the antics of the other three. Thou art describing a Zeppo, Hogan. Have a care for Fandral, the dashing shall not brook such an insult to a lady. Nay, voice of reason works. Gives me license to switch it up in some climactic moment and be more heedless of danger than you all. What say you, Magni? I regard the Warriors 4 as legendary heroes of Asgard, not as a wacky foursome. They're jesting with you, young Magni. It's like, okay, cool, as we're kind of getting their group kind of dynamic down and everything. The Warriors know their worth, but in these troubled times, even Hogun the Grim must lighten the mood. Aye. Besides, Fandral is the Zeppo. It's like, there you go, Hogun. As we see Balder pop up. You speak with wisdom, Uncle Balder. In truth, I only performed the feat that began all this to lift my own poor spirits. As Blackjack here will tell thee, I have been much given to low moods of late. It's called grief, kid. I mean, think about it. You barely got to meet your dad, now he's gone, that'll mess you up. Except the Thor of this time and place was not my father, Blackjack, nor could he ever have been, it seems. And even if he had sired me, I have no special right to mourn him above others here. For what is losing a father next to losing an all-father? But we have not lost our all-father, Magni. It's like, I really like how Magni's kind of like taking this kind of situation. It's like, okay, he understands that this really isn't his father that he's known, and that he's kind of trying to back away from it. But the thing is, he still kind of knew him a little bit, so it's okay to grieve. The All-Father is simply yet to take his throne, even though we all know who it must be, Mother. And though we all have patience for grief, the time of mourning cannot last forever. Eventually, even a wayward prince must claim his birthright. Amora, please, do not rush the boy. Rush me to what? Do you agree with her, Balder? Do you think a time-tossed visitor from an Asgard that never was or will be should now rule you all? Well, you are the son of Thor, lad. The son of a Thor, who ceased to be long before the one you all knew. Balder is closer kin to Thor than I am. Why is he not seated at the head of this table? It's like, okay, getting interesting to understand what's going on here. Because I have sat there in times past, with mixed results, and because I still keep one foot in Asgard and one in Hell, where if certain rumors prove true, I may soon be needed. Oh, is there trouble brewing in Hela's realm? She was not at the funeral, nor had she sent word since, and she is not the only one unaccounted for. We require a census of realms to know for sure which Asgardians are where, and only an All-Father's power could commission one. And there is the true reason the Enchantress is so quick to place me on a throne. I do not deserve the All-Father's power. Should I deny it, Queen Mother is quite a promotion from occasional jailbird, as I've said before, and if Balder has business elsewhere, who else is eligible? One of Odin's other children? And then we pretty much bring up what the hell is kind of going on with the other kind of ones. Angela raised as Asgard's foe, Lausa the child, Honir and Vidar the hermits, Bragi still wandering, Hermod still bedridden, perhaps Uller wants the throne, the god of doom and death. How would that go? It matters not. Whatever power comes with the throne first comes with the power. The all power passed from parent to child. And if we needed a sign that I am not the son of Thor, we have it now. For that power has not passed to me. Yes. Yes, that's a problem to be solved. It's like, as we close up on Amora. And I really like her hair doing that kind of stuff. That's a really kind of cool thing. And her hair kind of doing it over here. It's like, shit. With the proper motivation. Dig, dig, dig. News! Good news! Dig, dig, dig. Big news! Dig, dig, dig. It's news that Lord Ulick can use. Is that so, Pebble Dash? As we see that she's pretty much kind of saying that as we see the little dude kind of underneath the table and then digging around. It's like, oh, that's kind of interesting. As we check in with the trolls. It goes to show, even the littlest rock troll may serve the Underlands well, for you're also the sneakiest of us all. So out with it, my spy. Tell me true. What have you heard from the Overrealm? How stands the throne of Asgard? Ye empty, Lord Ulick. Thor's boy don't want it, and he hasn't the all power to get it if he did. Asgard is a realm without a king. Tell me true, I said. And that, Pebble Dash, is a lie. For our caves below not as much Asgard as the sunlit land above? Are the rock trolls not also of Asgard? And you have a king, don't you? So tell me, who is the rightful king of Asgard? Ulick. Ulick is. Ulick. And I am just as good as any Thor. All I need to do is make them believe it, which Ulick the Troll had done before. It's like, oh shit. Seeing him on his throne and everything, as everybody's kind of like cheering for this, is like, okay, let's see. The gods are creatures of story. A gap in that story, an empty throne, a filled grave, can be exploited by those who know their skald magics. So during a previous voyage of Thor through the lands of the dead, the Nord Queen wove a spell about Ulick to bestow Thor's role upon him. Tannerus was he called, to be close to the whispered name of the elder god who was fate and the storm in the primal time. And for a brief while he was the thunder god of the Aesir, and none but Loki of those days knew otherwise. It's like, huh, very interesting there. But then Thor came back, behold the imposter. And if Roxanne hadn't had a use for a dead troll, I'd be a skull still. But that was under the last king, the old fool Gerondur. Now I am the ruler of the rock trolls of Asgard. If I can take the Aesir's throne, I can unite our sides of the realm by their own law and rule both. All we need is a magician of quality to weave the spell and make me Tannerus again. Will I do? It's like, okay, Amora's here. I notice everything beneath my feet, Ulick. But one way or another, Asgard needs a king on that throne, and one way or another, I want that king to owe me. Does that not seem a good enough motive? Oh, and we're good with the stapling. No loose pages. I am Amora, the enchantress. It does. Asgard has no more love for you than it has for us, so we could work together. But you are known as a knifer of backs, so I will warn thee now. You either serve faithfully as our sworn ally in this matter, or you will be served from our larder as my next meal. The Aesir will love Ulick, or they'll learn to fear him again. Ulick the troll? I don't see him here. Do you? As we then see her magics work, and we see Tannerus pop up. It's like, shit. He looks better, Lady Sif. He does. Little by little, my brother Heimdall heals. But he was dead, and then his spirit was hunted and tortured by elder gods. Full recovery will take time. Yep. But he'll be up and about soon, right? As Blackjack asks. What is soon? A year? A decade? A century? Eye blinks in immortal lives. Yet even an hour of seeing him like this is an eternity for those who love him. He does better than poor Hermod, at least. He has not woken from sleep since he collapsed months ago. But you two have your own troubles. They're haranguing you to take the throne again, aren't they, Magni? Your sight is keen as ever, Lady Sif. I grew up on an earth conquered by my father and his legions. I rebelled against his iron hand, and yet that Thor raised me. How many of his cold teachings inform my decisions even now? Can I be the right choice to rule a warmer Asgard? And if I am truly Asgard's choice, how could I refuse the duty? I do like him questioning that of like, what bad lessons did he learn from his father, and how could he still refuse his duty? Just weighing those two together. I really like seeing that with Magni. And it feels like Thor, but it's different. Those are complex questions. I have a simpler one. What would your choice be? ... To right wrongs, which is what Thor would do. So yeah, he's very much his Thor. To bring kindness, not from a throne in one realm, but on a journey through them all. To adventure in the company of a friend as out of place as I am. Amen to that, bud. If it's adventure you want, my son, I have one for you. For I have been kidnapped by the foul rock trolls of the Underlands. Even now they force me to work spells for the conquest of fair Asgard. I can barely muster the magic to send you this distress call. Hurry, my son. Save your mother and the Golden Realm entire. It's like, yeah. Okay. Is it me, or was she chewing the scenery a little there? And chasing it down with a portion of ham? Very good there, Magni. It's like, yes. Sadly, whatever lie she weaves may contain a grain or two of truth. So we should investigate for ourselves. So there's a whole society of these troll guys living right under Asgard. How does that work? Remember, from what I remember, it doesn't. The Asgardians look down on the trolls resent the Asgardian, so it has been since the reign of Bor at least. A simmering, vicious circle that occasionally erupts into violence. Get them! Bash their brains! I want the little one! As they're kind of going down, and then get attacked by the trolls. It's like, shit. You know what you're doing, Magni. A tasty mouthful for a hungry troll. Hospitable bunch! I should have brought a gift! Oh, wait. I did! Snack on this, Pally! As he shoves a grenade in his mouth. It's like, oh, shit. Don't kill them, Blackjack. Relax, big man. It's a gas bomb. Sci-fi stuff's harder to find here, so I ain't wasting major ordnance on chumps. As we see go boom. It's like, shit. A wise course. We are intruders in these lands, and I would not add to the enmity between above and below. So I will send these fellows away with their heads sore for a day or two, but still fully attached. As he just bashes them in. It's like, alright. It's kind of interesting to see him like working without like a hammer or whatnot, but it's still good to see him do some stuff differently than Thor. Let's hope we don't regret it. I still hope to solve this matter with conversation, Blackjack. I recall King Ulik from my own world and time, a warrior of power and pride, yet one who spoke reason and was willing to hear it too. Interesting. To see how that works. Really? This Ulik sounds weak. Good thing he's not here now, and Tanarus is the one true remaining god of thunder. As Tanarus blasts him, and that's really good art. They're just showing the blasting going on, and Tanarus be like, and it is written in song, story, myth, and legend that the god of thunder now rules over Asgard, with the all power in his mighty hand. Feel that power now as it kills you. Grandfather Odin, it burns my very bones like fire. That does it. The kid gloves are off, pal. Blackjack, no, don't kill him. Kill him. He's got the Thor force, kid. How is he not killing you? It's like, interesting. How indeed. The pain alone should be enough to kill me. It should already have killed me, yet I live. And through more than stubbornness, more than heroic will, I simply do not believe the pain. Though all my senses tell me that I am being destroyed by the all-power of the All-Father, in the core of my very being, I know it cannot be. Because there's only one all-power, and the true all-power, as we see him kind of talking to himself, standing up. And I like that progression to his face, then a little bit more of his body, and then full shot. Is in me, as we get that full shot of him with the all power. No! Whoa. So yours was only an illusion, Tanarus, like all else about you. Thus, in the name of the All-Father who bestowed his legacy upon me, let all illusions fall. No! As he pretty much gets blasted and turned back to Ulik. Curse you, son of Thor. Beauty was mine at last. A united Asgard was mine. The respect of the high-nosed gods was in my grasp. Through trickery, Ulik, such tactics could only ever trick yourself. Easily said, before you return to your palaces of gold and your endless feasts, eating the finest meats while while we toil for our bread under your heel. 'Tis true. In the lands above we set a table fit for gods, but if the feast is fit only for gods, then the gods are not fit for the feast. Not until it is shared with all. And I love that with Magni. He's like, yeah. What? Eat with me, Ulik. Let us break bread together and leave old crimes forgotten, for I would hear more of this united Asgard. Like, yes, Magni. Clap, clap, clap. Bravo! I see that Magni is short for magnanimous. I only do as the Thor of this world would have done in my place. Was that not part of your grand plan, Mother? You do seem in better spirits than when you asked for my aid. You signaled him. You brought him here. I warned you of the consequences of betrayal, Enchantress. Gah! Get off, wretched rabbit. I'm a rabbit who knows, pal, so take it from me. Sometimes you gotta quit while you're ahead. As he's pretty much stopping, is like, yeah, totally get that. Yes, all has turned out for the best, for now at least. This will be a fine first act as king, for it will require a king's edict to make it happen. Or do you believe the average Asgardian will allow a troll at the table without a royal command to it? royal command too. When the Troll King is my honored guest, I have more faith in the gods than you, it seems. Faith can be blind, Magni. If I did lead you to this point, it was only to make you see the light and the power. For now that you know your father's power flows in your veins, how much longer can you deny his throne? Geez, will you give it a rest already, lady? The kid doesn't want to do it, and as his manager, I say that's A-okay, so back off. The rabbit speaks wisdom. Enough of your endless intrigues, Amora. The humiliation you brought me to stings deep, and there is one cure for it. To feast in Asgard's own halls. The trolls accept your invitation, son of Thor. Let us feast with our foes, and save warring for the morning. The son of Thor was true to his word, and that night Troll and Aesir feasted together. It's like, cool, as we see them kind of walking off together. And at the head of the table sat Ulik, not as All-Father of Asgard, but as the Golden Realm's guest. It took some getting used to, but the Aesir had learned to smile again, and with Magni's warmth and encouragement, they shared those smiles with their oldest foes. But the slyest smile belonged to Amora the Enchantress, as she made her plans for the murder to come. It's like, yep, as we see them being all good, and Amora being like, hee. And we get the letter column, if they be wordy, but they're of course changing it because of what's kind of going on, as we then also look to the next issue, where Sigurd and Donald get together. The Sons of the Serpent want the man called Thor dead, and they have a name, Sigurd Jarlsson. But the man called Thor has a name too, the name of their leader, and that name is Blake. Somewhere in the city, a man with a hammer faces his enemy. So, I really kind of like this scene, how everybody's kind of dealing with Thor's death, how Magni's kind of trying to deal with it since he really didn't know him that well in this kind of iteration, and wrestling with the thought of potentially being the All-Father, Balder being also connected with Hel, and Hela potentially needing his assistance or whatnot going on there. More, of course, utilizing Ulik to try and get the All-Power pretty much utilized with Magni, and setting him up more to be the All-Father as she's pretty much plotting his murder. It's like, oh shit. Also checking in on Heimdall and Hermod and everything, and I like Magni's relationship with Lady Sif. It's like, okay, and she's like, I don't know, you have to kind of like deal with this yourself, kind of get it into your head, because these are weighty questions. But Blackjack helping as well. I loved it. Loved the art, loved what they're kind of going for, and it's a nice little kind of change up as we're going through Sigurd's story and getting up to issue 800. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.